Right. What's going on, everybody? We're here with Ryushon and Casual Speedrun. Here for their bracket race for Utan percent. We're just about to get started here. Hope everybody's having a good evening, day, morning, whatever time it is in your time zone. Ryushon is ready to go. We're just waiting on Casual Speedrun to hop into that title screen. Here we go. Alright, looks like we're really about to get into it now. Alright, we got some options being set here. Usually you want speedy text and map density 3. Map density 3 just lets you see the map a little bit better, and then obviously speedy text will give you faster text boxes, so it saves some good amount of time there. Once they hit start, we are ready to go. Oh, looks like Ryu's starting a little bit late here. Alright. Timers are off, so I'm not sure how that's going to work exactly, but it's about like 14 seconds off on Ryu's side. But this is a game that is full of randomness and full of RNG and stuff, so that 14 seconds will not matter as much as it seems. But just a quick little brief overview of the game. This is a somewhat of a roguelike type of game. It's like a dungeon crawler where you collect pieces to rebuild the cities of the game, and everything is random. Chest loot is random. The pieces of the city are stored in little Atla orbs, is what they're called. Those are random as well. Enemy key drops are random. All sorts of things like that. So there's plenty of time to make that up. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, what's going on? But we have to go into the mayor's house at the start here, just for him to tell us, you know, what happened in that cutscene we just skipped. And he's basically just saying, look, man, the town's destroyed. I don't know where everybody's at, but if you want to try to get some help from Dran, the village guardian, he's like a big dog, goat, flying thing. He's like, here you go, man. Here's the key to the dungeon. Hop on in there and start gaming, and he will show you the way. So they're given the key, and looks like Casual Speedrun is already entering the dungeon here. Ryushon will be following in right behind him. And we will get started. So the goal here is to get the pieces of Gaffer's buggy, as well as the pieces of your house. Gaffer's buggy lets you loot up, get kitted up, get repair powders to repair your weapon, Drance feathers to move around faster, bombs to defeat tough enemies. It's pretty much like the core shop of the run. So that is going to be the main thing you're looking for, as well as your house. Your house lets you progress to the next part of the game, gives you your next ally, and lets you go through with the story mode, or the story itself rather. Oh wow, Ryushon somehow pulled ahead of Casual here, even with that slight delay at the start. But, okay, let's see what's going on here. So Ryu took out a dasher, found the map in the chest. The map is pretty helpful. It lets you, see where you should be navigating from the start of the floor, or wherever you get it from in the chest. It kind of gives you the idea of where the exit is. The little green marker on the map is the entrance. The yellow marker is the exit. So you can kind of path out where you're going to go to check for loot and Atla and things like that once you get the map. Ryushon does have like a little pocket underneath the exit that's just a one-off little tunnel that goes down there. That's usually good to check if you get those, because, you don't want to have to circle all the way back to that if you don't get a key from the rest of the dungeon floor. But he actually got really lucky here by finding a big chest in there. Got a bone rapier. It's a pretty decent weapon. It has very low durability, but it has a good attribute, like a good element to it. It has ice, which is good against the boss in this area, and it does have pretty decently high attack, so that's a good find. It's, even if he didn't find the key down there, it was a good idea to go down there because he did find that weapon. And they're not picking up Atla on this floor because, oh wow, 2 big chests is crazy. That's some gamer luck right there. But they're not picking up Atla here because it's just not viable to open them on floor 1. 7 out of 8 of the Atla that spawn on floor 1 are always going to be something that you don't need. And the one that could be something you need may not anyways. Like, there's still a chance that it could just be something random that's unimportant. So it's just not worth the time to open them here. It takes 6 seconds to open an Atla, so just not the play for floor 1. But Ryushon ended up finding 2 weapons. He found the bone rapier and the shamshir. The shamshir is actually probably the best general rarity weapon that you can find in the dungeon, so that's really good on his part. Hopefully Casual Speedrun finds one himself, just to keep things a little bit more even. Because when you do have a weapon that powerful, you can just kind of take out enemies in 1 or 2 hits, and that saves a lot of time on combat compared to having to do like a whole combo that you can see Casual's having to do right now. But we got Ryushon on floor 2 already, and he's getting some pretty good map layouts. He found another like one-off tunnel on the right side of the entrance, so he's just going to get to check this. He's going to get to loot everything in here, get some stamina that'll get rid of his poison status once it runs out. But he hasn't switched weapons just yet, so hopefully he does that soon. But he's probably saving on weapon HP here because he did get that stamina status. Anytime you run over those magic circles, you get stamina as long as you have your default weapon equipped. So nothing good in the Atlas so far. And see, once the stamina's out now, his poison is gone as well. I assume whenever his weapon gets really low, like his default weapon, he's going to swap over to one of them. But since he has 2 weapons, it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and swap. But hey, it's also not really a terrible idea to save your weapon HP. It's a pretty good safety strat here. Oh, nice. Casual Speedrun got a first enemy key there. That's really good. He does need to remember to open Atla, though. Let's see what the plan is here. He got the key first, so what we doing with it? Ryushon is still looking for the key himself, so hopefully Casual remembers, and there we go, nice. Alright, so let's see what Casual gets. Annex room, that is unfortunately not used. There are 3 Atla on this floor that are always the same every time. It's Komacho, Annex room, and... why am I drawing a blank for the last one? Something else. Oh, Barbell. Barbell. So, he found supplies, which is a good find. That's part of Gaffer's buggy, and he decided to just YOLO. So, what we like to call YOLOing in this game is if you get the key early and the exit is nearby, a YOLO is just deciding to leave the floor early and not running around to find everything. So if it works out, it can actually put you in the lead pretty darn well, because not spending the time to run across the entire map to find the key or to find whatever Atla that you come across can end up saving time if you still get everything that you need by the end of the dungeon, which is possible. I'm not sure how many he skipped there. He did look like he covered most of the ground on the floor, but he only opened 2 Atla, so it could have been a floor that generated with a small amount of Atla, or it could have been a floor that had a lot of Atla in one room that he ended up skipping over. So we'll just have to see how this works out. But Ryushon got himself supplies as well, so that's nice. Pike, that's another good thing to have. You need that so that Gaffer's buggy ends up selling all of the things that you need, because he doesn't sell everything unless he gets help from Pike. So, supplies and Pike are 2 pretty good finds. He is in the lead with Atla right now, it seems. And he's also in the lead in terms of the weapon, because as you can see, Casual Speedrun is running out of weapon durability, and he's still only using the default weapon. It starts to get harder to use the default weapon from floor 3 onwards, because there's so many like stone type enemies, and stone type enemies diminish your weapon HP much faster than the regular enemies, and they are a little bit tankier, so it's just a bad combo to have to deal with. He's going to go ahead and use his 1 repair powder on his dagger. Hopefully this works out. Hopefully he ends up finding a weapon soon so he can just keep on cruising through the dungeon. Otherwise it's going to give Ryushon a chance to pull back ahead, because he won't have to leave the dungeon to go get more repair powder. Ryushon's already good to go in that regard. He has 2 really strong weapons in the bank. He's already got 1 equipped right now with the bone rapier, so things are evening out a little bit. So he got my house. It's a good find. And these statues here that Ryushon is fighting are the main killers of your weapon. As you can see, Casual Speedrun's fighting 1-2 right now. You can see just how much weapon durability they take from you, from both of them fighting them at the same time. Casual went from a full weapon almost to only 10 weapon durability, so that is pretty rough. Hopefully there's something that can be done about this. He's going to probably have to skip over that guy, because he just doesn't have the durability on his weapon. And he's making a decision here. He's like, should I just leave? And it looks like he is doing so. So that's actually going to put Ryushon in the lead once again. Ryu is still good on supplies. Actually using that dagger earlier on to save his repair powder was a great idea, because now he doesn't have to worry about the soldier or the statues stealing his weapon HP as much, because he could just heal it back just like that. So that was a pretty good play. So it's unfortunate that Casual wasn't able to find a weapon in time. If he was able to find a weapon, that could have been pretty good. But Ryushon is racking up the Atla that he needs. He's got lamp, he's got my house, Pike, supplies, from what I can remember, and he just found a bomb, so that's pretty helpful for these kinds of enemies. Bombs and other throwable items are really good in this game. Bombs especially, they're just like a one-shot to any enemy almost. You throw a bomb at an enemy and it attacks for 25 damage like 10 times. It destroys them. So it's good to find that in a chest just to have in your pocket in case you come across a really tough enemy while you have low weapon HP, or even just like a group of enemies together. You could throw it and kind of kill two birds with one stone while saving a lot of weapon HP. So nice find for him. Looks like it looks like Casual actually did end up skipping a ton of Atla on floor 2. You can actually see the Atla that you didn't pick up when you enter the dungeon again. And it looks like he skipped probably like 5 or 6 Atla, which he did open one that was static. So about 4 or 5 of those are possibly something that he could have needed, so that was actually a dangerous YOLO. This could backfire on him kind of badly, but we'll see what happens. He could still get really good luck, and it could not matter. So, yeah, 2 Atla on floor 3 is very unusual. He got pretty unlucky there. Alright. So, Ryushon's finally getting the key for floor 3. That took a long time. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find it quickly. Giving Casual a little bit of room to maybe squeeze back ahead and regain some of the time lost from having to restock on equipment. But since Casual had to leave like halfway through the floor, that was kind of tough for him as well. Ryushon is entering floor 4 now. So there's 8 floors in the first half of the dungeon before you have to exit and go get your ally, build the shop, all that stuff. But floor 4 is a dual floor, so you do like a scripted fight against these 3 skeletons. They're pretty easy to knock out, but once they're gone, there's like a quick time event style fight that once you complete the fight, if you complete it perfectly, you get a power-up powder, which helps you level up your weapon 1 time at any level. And it also helps by giving you a gem. The gem can drastically improve your weapon's damage output if you get a good one that gives you attack. So let's see what he got. And he got a diamond. So unfortunately, a diamond is not that great if you're not going to be like building up your weapon. So it gives +5 to all stats in the form of like anti-monster stats, but those don't make a huge difference compared to raw attack stats. So a little bit unfortunate there. Casual is having a hard time with this bat and this statue, just destroying my man right now. He has his power. He has his repair powder, but he's out of heals now, so he has to be quite careful. He's also pretty much empty on his thirst meter, so if he doesn't heal his thirst, his health is going to drain. But he just got lucky and found some bread in a chest. That's really nice. I hope he decides to heal so things don't get dicey. Pretty sure he already got the key. I'm not sure if there's an Atla back there. Looks like there may be, but he needs to pay attention to his health, like really bad. Things are looking scary, man. I hope he notices. But in the meantime, Ryushon just got a really early key on floor 5. Oh no. Oh no, it doesn't look like he knows. No! Casual, no! That's devastating. That is so painful. He has to redo that entire floor now. Oh man, he's probably face palming so hard right now. Like, dude, I even got the bread from the chest, man. That's so unlucky. Yeah, it's hard to have that awareness sometimes of everything that's going on in the dungeon at once. Like, he did get the key and he got some heals, so he could have just made it out just fine, but that's going to set him back quite a bit. It was really the thirst that got him, because, yeah, as you can see, thirst will drain your HP if you're not paying attention. So if he even would have just put some water on or something like that, like drank some water, he would have been fine, but... Meanwhile, Ryushon's doing pretty good. He's on floor 5. He has found a decent amount of Atla that he needs already. It looks like he's going for the safer strat of just collecting all of the Atla that he's coming across rather than trying to get hardcore YOLOs and stuff like that. In a race setting, I agree with that play. YOLOs are very dangerous in a race because, I mean, in like world record attempts, for example, if you're doing YOLOs and just skipping tons of Atla on the floor, that is optimal if it works, but the problem is that makes you have to reset tons of times because it just doesn't always work out. But at least Casual Speedrun was blessed for his, um, you know, downfall there by getting a bone rapier. So he does have a weapon now. Things are looking a little bit better for him, but he still has to do floor 3 for a second time. Or actually a third time, because he had to leave to restock once already. Yeah, it looks like Ryu came pretty close himself. That thirst meter can be pretty powerful. But Ryu's got it, and he's on floor 6. So he's a whole 3 floors ahead right now. And he's getting pretty good Atla. He may have to leave and restock at some point. I haven't seen him get any drops from the enemies, but oh, dude, nice. Really early key, so that's actually super good for him. Getting a really early key on this floor, floor 6 and floor 7, are both really good because the enemies like mimics and statues on this floor are a pain to deal with. They destroy your weapon very fast, and although the Shamshir, the weapon that Ryushon is using, is probably the highest attack weapon you can get outside of like special chests, it has very low durability. Missing a bomb is pretty painful there, but he's going for the Dran's Feather drop. So if you can kill a mimic and they drop the question mark bag, sometimes it can have, or sometimes they can drop the question mark bag and it will always have a Dran's Feather. So if you get that drop, you get to get really fast movement speed very early in the run before you can even build the shop, and it can be really nice. So it looks like he went for that with the bomb instead of saving the bomb for, you know, trying to get a key on the next floor. I'm not sure how that play is going to play out. That could backfire for him as well, because it's usually better to save the bomb if you're explicitly looking for the key. But he could have also just forgot that he just got the key because it happened so quickly. But see what Sawyer Casual Speedrun gets for the gem. He gets a pearl. So unfortunately, neither player have gotten an actually good gem from the duels, which is not too great. It sucks to not get a good gem and be able to beef up your attack, but he does have a weapon now, Casual Speedrun, so hopefully once his dagger is broken or close to broken, he decides to switch over so that he doesn't have to leave and restock. Ryushon is also really low HP right now. I'm not sure if he still has any healing items. He did just heal earlier, but he's at, 10 HP, draining very quickly. Looks like he's desperately searching for the exit so he doesn't die himself. And there's a fountain, so he needs to rush into there real quick to get some heals, and he's safe now. Nice. good RNG. But yeah, he's gotten pretty much most of the Atla he needs. I haven't really been tracking it super closely, but I know that he's very close to having everything. He's just been opening everything he's come across outside of floor 1. So we'll have to see if he ends up having to go back to floor 1 to check for the last one. If he does, that could give Casual Speedrun a little bit of time to claw back ahead, but there is a very high probability that Casual will have to go back to floor 1 and floor 2. Or floor 2, I guess. Floor 2 is more likely because he skipped so many things on floor 2. And I haven't really been seeing him get a ton of like useful Atla. So he could just be getting really bad rolls right now. But at least he has a bone rapier, so he is gaming. He's able to one-shot these Yamiches, which speeds up his movement through the floor a little bit, lets him go through a lot quicker, and also makes it to where he's not spending so much time in combat, so that's good. Ryushon, I think, just entered floor 7. So this is the last floor before the ally. Okay, here's all the Atla. Casual's kind of getting a little bit unlucky with the Atla placements. It seems that they're always very far away from the exit for him, which is kind of bad, but it's all good. You got Chimney, which is required. But he's still searching for the key. He's also getting some kind of bad luck with the key drops here. Ryushon got a ice crystal gem thing. It's a throwable item, so kind of makes up for the fact that one of his bombs got blown up. So Odd Gaffer, nice find for Casual. He's kind of picking up on the Atla he found, which it's really important for Casual to start finding stuff that he needs to progress because he has like those 5 Atla that he skipped on floor 2. So the more stuff he finds like Pike that he just got there that he actually needs, the better, because it means that there's a lower chance that he'll have to revisit floor 2 to pick up the stuff he skipped. Alright. So we got Ryu circling back because there wasn't anything on that end of things. He skipped that skeleton soldier before, and I was curious about why. Usually, he does have very low weapon HP, and I don't think he has an extra, like, repair powder. No, he doesn't. But he does have these throwables, so he's going to use these to his advantage and kind of... Oh, dude, the juke. He's going to try to get some damage off of the enemy with the throwables first, just to try to save on some weapon HP, but unfortunately he missed his second throw. These items have not been nice to him today, or these enemies haven't particularly. Yeah, still no key. I mean, he is very dangerously low on weapon HP. He does have 2 weapons, but he can't switch weapons on this floor. That's the problem. So this is like a limited zone. Limited zones apply very specific restrictions to your characters while the floor is active. So on floor 7, you're applied with Curse, basically, and Curse makes it to where you cannot switch weapons. So even though, you know, he does have a couple other weapons, I do think they're both very low on weapon HP as it is, but he can't even switch to them if he wants to, because the limited zone prevents him from doing so. So really, if he wants to get off this floor right now, he has to find some basic skeleton soldiers and just 2-shot them and hope that they drop the key. But we got big boy Opars instead, and we got a bunch of like Master Jacket skeletons, and these guys are just too brutal to take out with only 5 weapon HP. But in the meantime, Casual Speedrun is actually catching up. Even with all those mishaps, he's able to get through pretty decently. And Ryushon still did not get the key drop from that Opar. That is unfortunate. Casual is still about a floor behind, but this, from the way this is looking, Ryushon may have to leave the dungeon and come back with repairs and everything like that. Repair powder, get restocked from the mayor like Casual had to do. So if he does have to do that, that's going to give Casual a little bit of time to pull ahead, but Casual is still at the disadvantage of, you know, having skipped like 5 Atla on the second floor. So if he doesn't get everything he needs within these next 2 floors, he's going to have to go back to floor 2 and search for everything. But at the very least, hopefully he gets all of Gaffer's buggy, Page's house, and Pike so that he can come back with Dran's Feather, and it's not as much of a time sink to search around for the Atla he left. But we'll see. Ryushon did end up having to leave the dungeon. He just got really bad luck there. So this is Casual's chance to pull ahead just a little bit. He's going to equip the dagger to take the stamina, which is not a bad idea to save on some weapon HP. And he's probably, yeah, it looks like he's also going to avoid the mimics and the statues and hope that there's just a more basic, weaker enemy that's carrying the key, which is not a bad idea considering the position he's in right now. If he doesn't find a repair powder in a chest, he's also going to have to leave the dungeon again, and that's going to kind of even out the fact that Ryushon had to do it too. And he's just finding a bunch of creature cave bats right now, which is just terrible luck. He didn't even get to make use of the stamina. There's Page's house, so maybe he'll be able to build the shop. I haven't seen if he got everything. I know he has like lamp, supplies, Page's house, Pike. He just needs Gaffer and Gaffer's buggy. The Shamshir only had 2 weapon HP, so if I don't think the final enemies were something that would get one-shotted, and when you attack once, even the weapon HP can take 2 damage in one shot, so it probably wasn't even worth it. I don't think he had anything left except for like master jackets and like stronger enemies that wouldn't have gotten taken out in one hit. Yeah, but it was a curse floor. He can't re-equip it. That was the problem. Floor 7 memes. Alright, so ryushon is able to at least build the shop up, and by building the shop up, he's going to be able to stock himself up with some gear. He's just going to get some general gear in addition to Drance Feathers for faster movement, Revival Powders for safety, bombs. I don't think he actually bought Revival Powders, which is a little bit sketchy. But Weeball. Yeah, no Revival Powder. That's a little bit sus. But he has a couple things he could sell. Looks like he's going to do that now. He's going to probably sell the diamonds. Yeah, all that stuff he doesn't need. He needs to get some Revival Powder, like, real bad. There we go, buddy. He only got one, so he's gaming. He's only banking on the fact that he's going to die one time. It looks like Casual also had to leave and restock, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of restocking going on in this race. Kind of painful to have to do that, but that is the game. Sometimes you just don't get the keys at the times that you need them, and you end up having to leave and restock multiple times. So now Ryu's going to have to redo floor 7. He does have all the Atla here at least, so all he's looking for is the key. He does have movement speed now as well, so he can get through this really quickly if he just finds the key and gets straight to the exit. Casual is still a little bit behind in regards to that because he has to, oh my gosh, ryushon is getting terrorized right now. So many enemies. But he did find the key first try, so he is pretty much good to progress to the next half of the dungeon, so that's nice. Meanwhile, Casual, as I was saying, is still trying to get through to floor 7 and finish things off. He's just going straight for the statues. He's going for the first enemies he sees here, but he's probably rethinking that because, you know, the bone rapier has very low durability and weapon HP, so he can't just be fighting statues willy-nilly. He has to be very selective about what he's fighting because, as you can see, from only 2 statues, his weapon's almost broken again, and there's plenty of other enemies left on the floor. But he's going for all of them. Hopefully this doesn't break his weapon. That was very dangerous to try. It could have broken his weapon, I'm pretty sure, but nice 1 HP clutch. Yeah, it pretty much doubles your movement speed. And moving at a diagonal angle like they are also increases it by like 1.5 times, 1.45 times, something like that. So it's a pretty big increase when they stack on top of each other. My man is running into nothing but tanks, just beefy boys, non-stop. Mimics and statues and mimics and statues, just getting trolled out here, dude. But he's just gonna go with it. He's gonna take the first enemies that pop up for him and defeat them that way. He's probably gonna swap over to his dagger if he has to, which I probably would have used the dagger first to try to conserve my bone rapier weapon HP. But just because floor 7 is also full of really strong enemies. But meanwhile, ryushon did finish the duel with Seda, so he's actually going to get his ally now, Zhao. He got an emerald from the duel, which is not useful. Again, unfortunate that everybody's getting trash gems, but that happens all the time. As you can see, that mimic just shredded my boy's weapon HP on Casual's side of things, just because it was blocking a lot and just trolling. Doesn't seem like either player has really gotten lucky with chests in terms of like finding repair powder. It would be really clutch if he could find some like right now in this last chest. One of these chests is going to be the map because he still hasn't gotten it yet, but he could very minimally have a chance to get a repair powder in one of these chests as well. So hopefully he does. Otherwise he's going to be slapping some statues with 1 HP or 1 damage. Oh, it's a mimic. Great. Alright, well, he's gonna have to commit to the bit. He does have stamina, so he could just use the broken dagger, but it's gonna suck. He's gonna have to go back to the dungeon anyway. Yeah, look how bad that is, man. Only 1 damage on these guys. They really buffed up the HP of the enemies. Oh, he decided to leave. That's a crazy choice. That's gonna put him back quite bad. But yeah, they buff the HP of the enemies very hard for the English version of the game, so it's really not good if you end up having to use the broken dagger. But yeah, ryushon, I mean, yeah, he's getting a little bit of bad luck, but overall his luck's been pretty solid and stable for this whole dungeon. Oh, he is having to go back to floor 5 because he didn't get all the atla he needed. So, yeah, I guess he is getting a little bit of crusty luck, but it happens. Compared to casual, I think his luck has been pretty good. Casual's been getting majorly trolled. He's been having to leave the dungeon like multiple times because of late enemy keys or just broken weapons and things like that. So that's like a worst case scenario. Whereas ryushon he's getting some bad luck, but it's manageable. He can work with it. So right now he's just looking for atla only because he doesn't need to find the key for floor 5. He just needs that 1 atla orb. There it is. See what he gets. See if he has to go back to another floor. And river. He does indeed have to go back to another floor. So I think he's going to have to go back to floor 1. Because I don't think he's skipped anything on floor 2 or 3. But we'll see. I didn't get to see the full map menu at the time. Yeah, it's floor 1. So this could be annoying for him as well. Is that the key? Oh, it's a Dran's Feather, though. Okay, Sawyer Casual got some movement here. I'm so used to calling him Sawyer because he's one of my good buddies, but Casual Speedrun just got the Dran's Feather drop, so that's going to help him out a little bit. He really needed that. He needed the ability to get through things quick. But the fact that he's still not finding the key is quite trash, unfortunately. ryushon was able to find the atla very quickly, so that's good for him. It's better than having to run through and open all the atla all the way through, all the stuff you don't need. He just found it real quick, so not too bad of a loss for him. It was his mother that he lost, I suppose. Renee. Now he's going to be able to build his house. He's going to drop the pawn down so he can pick up the fish candy for Zhao later on. Gives her a defense boost. Makes her a little bit better to move around with and not have to heal as much with. He's looking for his mom right now. She's probably outside, which is a little bit rare. Sometimes that happens, but it's not super common. There she is. He's going to ask her, what else do you need to rebuild the house? And it's just going to be the chimney and the upstairs storage. So he's going to slap those down, and he's going to watch the cutscene to get the ally. And Casual is fighting his way through this dungeon floor, still trying to find the key. He is getting some, like, just absolutely terrible luck in terms of who's dropping the key, how many enemies he's got to fight. He's still not getting the key, man. Give my boy a break! He's deciding, what should I do? Good idea, good idea. Good idea to swap to the dagger here. This isn't really going to help much, like this attribute addition, like adding thunder, but I like the idea of swapping to the dagger to take care of this guy instead of just wasting the last bit of your bone rapier. Stamina would be a good idea as well, but I don't think he realizes that at the moment. You only need stamina for Dran in this run. You don't even need it for Utan. So if you get extra stamina pots like he has, it's a good idea to just use them to save on weapon HP. You only need 1 stamina drink for Dran, so he has like 3 somehow. So it would be a good idea, but looks like he has not quite picked up on that. At least he gets the stamina from the magic circle there. So he'll get a free stamina boost, and nice, he got a repair powder, so he is good. He will actually be able to finish this floor now, The lords. The RNG lords have blessed him. Alright, hopefully he repairs this. I'm not sure why he's playing with Thunder. Thunder doesn't really affect damage on the statue gamers. But he does have Holy, which would be good to put on the weapon for the skeletons on the next floor. But yeah, Ryushon was able to recruit Zhao. He finished the cutscene. He has his new ally now, and he's going to go ahead and enter into the second half of Divine Beast Cave. He let his stamina burn, but he does still have some stamina drinks if he needs them. Is he finally getting the key? Finally, bro. My man has been getting destroyed on floor 6. But Ryushon found a nice little pocket here with a bunch of Atlas, so let's see what he gets. Now that he's on the second half of the dungeon, all he needs is the items for Dran's Windmill. And if he wants some extra stuff, he will get the houses for Hag's house, for Auntie Laura's house as well. But right now it's just like Dran's Bone, Dran's Horn, Sign, Torch, Dran's Windmill. That's what he's looking for mostly. If he opens an Atlas and you see the word Drans before it, he's gaming. He is getting some good stuff. That's usually the way to look at it. But he found a second Shamshir, which is pretty dope. Gives him basically like a little bit more weapon HP to play with if he needs it. But he's also already got like tons of repair powder from entering the dungeon earlier. Or from exiting the dungeon earlier and buying it, so he's pretty much good to go in terms of loot. He's probably going to opt to stick with his weapon so that he can continue to upgrade it and possibly break it down and put it onto another weapon later, which he could do if he uses that Shamshir. He could break down one Shamshir into a Sense Sphere if he gets it to +5 and put it on his other one until he gets the Serpent Sword, which, not a bad idea if it comes to that, but we'll see. Casual needs some good luck right now. He needs like an early key drop ASAP. He needs to get the rest of the stuff for the progression. He got Sign, which is good. Windmill Blades, unfortunate there. Llama is something he needs as well. That's not bad. But his weapon is dangerously low once again. I don't think he has any throwable items to take out stronger enemies with. He's just getting pretty trash loot from the chests, unfortunately. He's probably just going to opt to maybe circle back there because he does have the Dran's Feather. So if he has to end up going back there, take out those enemies, it's not the worst thing ever. Gaffer's Buggy, he's getting some good luck. He's getting some good stuff. Monster is pumped with energy. Oh man, he went and gambled on the magic circle, and the monster's got the dub instead of him. Ryu's audio is getting desynced. Let me see if I can switch it over to casuals and then back. Maybe that works. If it doesn't work, then it's because Ryushon has something on his end there. Revisits to floor 6. I know, dude. It's so unlucky. And now monster pumped with energy. Hey, there's a repair powder though. He's gonna be able to make it through. Ryushon's having a pretty chill time at the moment. He's not worried about much. He's getting through the dungeon decently enough. I think he still needs to find the key. I'm not sure what the combat with the ghost is for here, but maybe he's just trying to prevent any weird glitches. And no! Casual, no! Oh my lord, my man is having a bad time right now. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, here, I could try to fix it again on my end. Maybe switch to casual for just like a split second. And let it work itself out. And then I switch it back over. If it doesn't work here, though, then I'm not sure what else I can do. Yeah, it looks like it's just desynced, unfortunately. Might have to switch to casuals audio just to have something a little bit less jarring. But at least casual was able to get the shop built. Alright, yeah, we'll switch over to his audio for now while we try to fix the issue. Oh, Ryu got bandit slingshot? No way. Whoa, what was that super glitchy Shamshir texture? That looked weird. Alright. Well, if he did get bandit slingshot, he is like ultra gaming. We'll see on the next floor. He'll be forced to play as Zhao, so we'll see what slingshot he got. Yeah, right now it looks like he's doing pretty decent. I haven't really been able to see if he's been getting lucky with any Atla that he's found, but it's nice to get rooms like this where there's like 500 Atla in one room. It's nicer if you find that room early, but still, it's good to not have to run around too much. There we go, casual. Oh, I thought that was the key. I'm tripping. Trolled again! But this is floor 7, so soon he will be out. Dran's Bone, that's something good for Ryu. Ryu getting interesting loot? Yeah. I have no idea what happened to his third Shamshir find. It just had like a glitchy texture. No bandit? Yeah, it's all good, man. It gives casual a little bit of room to maybe pull something back a little bit. It is a very hard disadvantage to fight for him right now because he had to redo the floor so many times. But now he's out. He's probably going to have to go back to floor 2. I don't think he got everything that he needed, which is terrible. But that is the consequence of a failed YOLO. Sometimes that does happen, but he at least will have Dran's Feathers to run around quickly through the floor and not have to spend as much time. And who knows, Casual could get a Bandit Slingshot himself and he could pull the race back on his side pretty decently. So we'll just have to see how the game treats him on the second half of the dungeon. Ryu's going to opt to use the Holy Water on the Master Jacket. It is a one-shot on those guys as well. Nice. Good key drop from him as well. So, oh man, Casual missed the perfect on the duel as well, so no gem for him, which he really kind of needed that. Barely missed it. There will be other chances to get gems, but if he would have gotten an attack gem there, that could have helped boost him as well. Casual just needs upstairs storage. Nice, so he only needs one thing then, that's good. Yeah, it's hard to track between two different players. But good that someone in chat is tracking. Appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully he can get it quickly and hop on out of there. Not have to spend too much time running around. He got the bone slingshot. Okay. So the bone slingshot is not bad. I wouldn't really use it outside of this floor. Like, I wouldn't swap to my main weapon being bone slingshot if I got that. But if I got steel slingshot or Steve, I would be using Zhao pretty much exclusively for combat for the rest of the run, personally. But since he has bone slingshot, it's kind of just like meh. It's like as much damage as a Basilard, like the really low damage cone weapon. It's like barely more damage than the dagger, so it's not really that good. Unfortunate luck. But there will be more big chests, I'm sure. So maybe we'll get luckier. Maybe we'll find a bandit slingshot or something like that. Well, yeah, bandit slingshot is undeniably like the best slingshot in the game, but in my opinion, any slingshot that you can use that is higher than average attack is gonna save you time over running up to enemies and doing melee combat. Bandit slingshot is, of course, what you want over all else, but if you got something like Steve or Steel slingshot, it's pretty good to use still. Alright, so let's see if Casual's able to find this quickly here. Ryushon is making good pace to the dungeon. He's not having any problems. He's just chilling. So, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I've played this version of the game. Haven't run this version in ages, but I want to say it can spawn here. I mean, if the bandit can spawn here with 30 attack, which is higher than any of them, I'm pretty sure Steve can spawn here too. I feel like I've had runs die to me, or not die, but like, I feel like I have memories of getting Steve when hoping for a bandit slingshot and being mad in this dungeon. So, I don't quite remember though. Yeah, then probably not in this version. Clown exclusive, there you go. That's probably what I'm thinking of then. Alright, so Casual was able to find the Atla decently quick. Ryushon has a pretty big lead over him in dungeon floors. He is pretty much almost done with this dungeon, whereas Sawyer Casual Speedrun still hasn't gotten to the second half at all. Ryushon's just racking up Atla that he needs. He's got Dran's Horn, he's got Dran's Bone. He's got a good amount of stuff here. Casual is about four floors behind. Nice little tongue twister. But yeah, he's like got some catching up to do for sure. Hopefully he finds like a bandit pretty quickly or something. But let's see what Ryushon gets from his chest. Because he's still looking for a better slingshot or something like that himself. Really, all he really wants at this point is the bandit slingshot. So let's see what he gets. And another bone rapier. Mid. But hey, it's fine. He's got a lot of weapons, so... he's got plenty of things to sell. Or plenty of things he could use. Ryu's gonna blank for a moment, trying to fix a thing. Okie doke. Best sword you can get here, I think, is the Sax. And you can get that from the Clown chest as well. But outside of Clown chest, yeah, Shamshir is the best. Alright, we got some fixing going on for Ryu's audio and whatnot, so... He's gonna blank for just a moment. Appreciate the operators for helping with that. You get oh yeah, Chopper is actually probably better than the Sax. It has like 30 attack and like a ton of durability. Sax I think only has like 20 something. So yeah, it is probably Chopper actually. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, we're still fixing. Alright, so we are on floor 9. We're still about 4 floors behind, which is a little tough. But we got some luck to... We got some slot machines to roll here when it comes to what we get from the chests. So hopefully he hits them lucky 7s and gets the bandit slingshot real early and he can kind of breeze through things. Alright. Yeah, Ryushon is doing pretty good on Atla, though. It looks like he just needs a couple more things to be done. Searching through right now. Casual should not have any more issues with, like, item stock and whatnot, because he just bought a big stock of items. So, no more of that repeating a floor multiple times type deal. So Ryu's got one Atla left here. He's just going to check and see what's in this. And it's Carl. Freaking Carl. Come on, dude. Alright, nice early key for Casual. If Casual wanted to be a gamer, he could try to YOLO again. YOLOing is a little bit of a better idea on the second half of the dungeon because you don't need as many things to get through. So it is, like, a little bit safer, I guess, to YOLO, but it's always a gamble, no matter what you do to YOLO. He's probably going to just try to get as many Atlas as he can just to try to make sure things are okay. That's a good one for him, Trans Windmill. Nice. So he's getting something. Getting something to work with here. Ryu got sign. I think that was the last thing he needed, if I'm not mistaken. He might still need windmill or something. As I said, it's a little bit hard to track back and forth, but he's still opening stuff, so he probably does need like one more thing. I don't think I've seen him get torch, so he may need torch. Looks like Casual did kind of YOLO a little bit there, so that's not a bad idea after getting all that stuff. The gooey peach. Oh, increase. Okay, nice, not bad. Although, where are his repair powders? I thought he bought some of those. Oh man. At least he does have a couple. Oh, that's Ryushon I'm looking at. I'm tripping. But yeah, Ryu's already out of repair powder. That's a little bit messed up. So I guess he just didn't buy enough. He maybe didn't have enough money to get those over bombs. So he's hurting a little bit here. This is kind of bad for him. Well, we're currently on Ryushon's audio, so it's still desynced, I believe. Yeah, we swap back over, and I guess the issue is still present for some reason. It's being wonky. There's the windmill. Okay, so maybe he's good now. There's the key. So he is gaming. Probably good to go. Yeah, skipping that outlet tells me he has everything he needs. So let's see. Let's see if Casual gets a bandit slingshot here. That would be pretty huge. What you got? And Gladius mid. I mean, it's another thing that he could use to get through without having to go buy repair powders, but still, you want to see the slingshot at this point. So, Ryushon was able to get Hag's house and Laura's house, so that's 2 free power-up powders for him, as well as finishing the windmill. So he's about to head over to Matataki Village in a moment here after he defeats the boss and loots the town and everything. So he's going to go for the windmill first, get the little cutscene. He's going to probably pick up the fluffy donut, the fish candy, probably the attachments on the inside of the windmill, and then hopefully he remembers to go pick up that fish candy by the pond as well. It's all good, Mikons. Thank you. Appreciate the hard work. Things like this happen sometimes. Audio can be funny. Okay, Casual does have a lot of bombs at least, so he can kind of survive off of those, but he wants to try to save those for Zhao the best he can. And while he is blanking and getting fixed up there, Ryu is picking up the fluffy donut and the fish candy. He's going to go get the power-up powders and such from the inside of Hag's and Laura's house as well. These just help out a lot in making a Synth Sphere for some more attack. So just doing some looting. These extra little attachments like Dino Slayer, Speed +3, these are good money sources as well, so pretty good idea to get those. Alright. He's gonna also get some stuff from his house, it seems, and it does seem that he did remember the fish candy, so that's great. Won't be low on Zhao defense, so less heals required for Zhao is always good. Looks like he's gonna do his shopping a little bit early. Usually I personally shop after visiting the mayor's house and getting the pocket because there's just a lot of loot in the mayor's house to sell. But he did find a lot of stuff to sell as well, so it should be fine. He's got all these extra weapons and tons of extra attachments, so he's actually pretty chilling on money, so nothing to worry about here. Yeah, he's big chilling. But he does need the pocket so that he can get more inventory space. That's another reason I like to shop after getting the pocket, so I can fill more in my inventory. But he's going to go for that right now. Ryu is indeed in it to win. He's trying to get them time saves everywhere he can find them. It is still up to the owl. The owl commands all. Prickly. Pocket. There you go. He's not going to go for the gourds or anything else. Looks like he's just going to take those. Go ahead and heal the defense up. Alright, and we got casual speedrun back. See what he's got going on here. I need to actually be able to see. So casual's on floor 11, while ryushon is on floor 15. So the four-floor difference is still pretty big here. And he's about to exit this entire area and go to the next area pretty soon after this boss fight. So we'll see how this goes. Casual's preserving his resources, using throwable items on the master jackets. Having to use the wooden slingshot is terrible at this point just because it's so weak. I don't know why they didn't rebalance it to make it a little bit stronger, but it is a pain. And now we got these big old dragons and just brutally strong creatures to get through here. It looks like he is out of bombs, but he does have stamina. I would think stamina would be the choice to use here, just to not have to leave the dungeon again, especially because it's only one guy, and this is going to take an eternity if he doesn't use it. He didn't get the chance at an extra gem before, but the ice might help do like an extra bit of damage. Yeah, 2 damage. Ryu got 1 attack. and his Shamshir is very close to breaking, so he backed off there. He knew that was a little bit sketchy. So he's going to go ahead and heal that. Good play on his part, good awareness. So he doesn't have ice on the Shamshir, so this is going to take a little bit longer than what is ideal. He did buy ice at one point, from what I remember seeing. He might have accidentally sold it when he was going through selling all that stuff. So this could take a little bit longer than he'd like for him. But it should still be pretty decent, because that is like a pretty decently strong weapon. I don't think he found any stamina potions as well, so it's gonna slow it down just a bit as well. Yeah, looks like no stamina, unfortunately. But he's got the loop going pretty good right now. That's pretty good. Oh. Grand's 360 spins, kind of trolling at the moment. 360/180 spins that this dude be doing. There you go. Not bad. Decent. Alright, so that is Dran on Ryushon's side of things. He is heading to the next dungeon now in Matsutake Village. So we got a lot of cutscenes and things to go through on his side before he actually gets back into the dungeon. But he's going to have another chance at getting some more gems as well. He's going to have to do the duel with Goro pretty soon here, and we'll see if maybe he can get like an attack gem or something. Casual had to leave the dungeon again for some reason. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's a lot better than it was. Thank you, thank you. He lost his revival powder to the dragon and bounced. Oof. Casual is just getting so terribly unlucky with key drops. He really needs like some early key drops on floors like these, especially. Because if he doesn't get them, then he's using up a lot of resources, and he doesn't have a weapon or any like attack attachments to kind of supplement Zhao's weaknesses. So he really needs to get something here before his bombs run out. Just getting a bunch of Dino Slayers, and he got this stupid glitch where the enemy's hitbox slingers, or the explosion hitbox slingers, because he killed an enemy with it. That happens a lot with the big enemies like dragons. It's so cursed. But he did get the key, so he's able to get out of here now, thankfully. Just needs to get to the exit. And Ryushon is going up to face Goro to meet our fellow Hammer Bro. See how he does on the duel here. He missed it too. Darn. Yeah, that Goro duel is a little bit tricky. It has like really fast inputs, and there's like one diagonal input that's kind of hard to hit sometimes. I think he hit that one, but I think he missed the one before it, which is easy to do if you're anticipating that diagonal. But no gem for Ryushon there, but it's okay. He's already got some pretty good weapons and things like that. He's got a good stock of stuff, so it's not going to hurt him too much. And when that happens to me, I like to think like, well, it probably wasn't going to be an attack gem anyways. It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. And in U10%, you don't really need gems to like build up your weapon, so you're really only banking on finding like 3 gems. You want the Peridot, the Garnet, or the Topaz, and 3 gems out of like however many there are. I don't remember exactly. It's like 8 or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Not a good chance that you're going to get that. So if you miss it, I just like to cope by telling myself, nah, bro, it's fine. It wasn't going to be one of those. But nice, we got some early keys on casual side of things. I'm not sure how he's doing on Atla right now either. But I do know that he got like at least trans windmill early, so does have the keys, so he should definitely try to get these Atla coming up. Still no slingshot or any extra weapons from the dungeon. It's being quite mean to him right now. But now it is time for the Owl's Wrath. So Ryu's going to head on into the Owl's Domain, Wise Owl Forest, and he's going to start the second dungeon, getting closer and closer to defeating Utan. Got this banger soundtrack going hard, you know what I'm saying? Alright. He kept all of his weapons. He didn't sell any of those. This Shamshir is only +1. He does have 2 power-up powders, so if he can manage to level this thing up twice, he can actually break it down and use it as like a really strong extra attack attachment for all of his weapons. So, we'll see if that gets to happen. Nice mustache key. Won't have to run back around here to get behind a locked door if it requires him to. So it looks like Casual Speedrun is missing 2 Atla at this point. Which floor is he on? I think he's on floor 12 or 13. It's probably 13 at this point, huh? Oh, it's still 12. Okay, so only missing 2 things by floor 12 is not too bad. If he can get the rest of them on this next floor, then that would be great for him. He can just stop opening Atla and claw back a bunch of time. But we'll see what's going on with the RNG coming up here. And we got a chest opportunity for Ryushon. Let's see what he gets. And another Shamshir. The Shamshir loves my boy Ryushon right now. My man has gotten like 4 of those in this run. You like to see one of them, and then after one, you're like, alright, dude, where's the slingshot? Come on. And then when you see 2 or 3, you're just like, okay, now you're just trolling. Like, what is this, dude? At this point, it's not really a good idea to swap between weapons. He's already got a ton of repair powder to keep his main Shamshir alive. And he's going to be wanting to build it up with experience so that he can possibly break it down. But it does help to have at least 1 more of them. So if he does get like an early breakdown on the Shamshir, he can just plop that Sense Sphere attachment onto another one and have some pretty good damage. But yeah, it's not really great to get tons of them like that. Nice. Casual got a pretty lucky magic circle roll there with the weapon HP recovered. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, this owl breaks my soul, dude. Trust me, I know. Many a run has died to that greedy little owl. I already know it. It is brutal. Torch. You're gonna find a lot of Atla that you need in this first half of Wise Owl Forest because there's just so much stuff that you need, and a lot of it's like really common stuff like Torch, Sign, things like that. So he's probably gonna get a bunch of those. Torch, yeah. But he's looking for like the named Atla pieces specifically early, like Mushroom House. If he wants an extra repair or power-up powder, he can get Baron's House. Not Kaya, no, what am I thinking? Cacao's House. These are all required, and it's nice to find them early. Also, it's really nice to find rivers early as well, since they are so rare at generating. Casual just found Dran's horn, so he's doing pretty decent now on Atla. I think he only needs one more thing at this point. Ryu Shamshir. Ryu's not taking any chances. He's using this lead to be safe. He's able to take out all the enemies on the floor and get all the keys. He is not playing with the Owl's greed today. He is coming equipped to deal with that. So cleared out the whole floor. He's good to go now. See what the Owl wants. It'd be funny if after going out of his way to get everything, the Owl's just like, yeah, dude, let me take the first item you give me. Classic. What else we got? Classic. It was worth it. Wanted the chestnut, the last thing. This greedy little hater, dude. Alright, floor 14 for casual speedrun. He is at the last floor before the boss, so he will be getting to Wise Owl Forest himself pretty soon. Ryushon getting trolled by a little flea. Kind of stole his revival powder there. It's hard to see him and see what attack he was doing. Oh, that was close. He almost got poisoned. These Tuesdays, the blowing darts pockles are really annoying. They're a little bit less annoying on the English version, but in general, like, getting shot by poison apple from across the map is quite cringe. Ryushon is dealing with this flea in a really inopportune spot. He's like kind of blocking the entire pathway, so he's able to get a bunch of attacks off on him. It's annoying to deal with as well. And now he's going to go ahead and send one upgrade on his Shamshir. So he actually does have 3 power-up powders right now. He could opt to break down his Shamshir and just put the Sense Sphere onto another one, which would be the best thing to do, I think, at this point. But I don't think he realizes that he has 3 yet. Or maybe that's not what he wants to do. We'll see if he ends up doing something with it, but he would get a pretty substantial attack boost if he decided to do that right now. Going to go ahead and opt to use the Fruit of Edens to increase the max HP and also heal at the same time. It's a nice little bonus. I heard you like Shamshirs, so I put a Shamshir in your Shamshir. Yeah, he needs to consult Exhibit for some weapon build-up advice at the moment. Alright, so he has 1 key. Casual is about to be done with this floor as well. Hopefully he finds the rest of what he's looking for here. I think he might still need one more thing. I think I only saw him get 1 of the Atla that he needs. Do not leave, buddy. Okay, he has both of them, so he's good. He doesn't need to open anything else. He just needs the key and he can leave. So, that's good. Yeah, really, most of this, most of the fact of him being behind right now is strictly due to what happened super early in the run. There was a little bit of mishap later as well after getting Zhao, just by having a bad Zhao floor, not being able to clear that and having to leave. But most of this, most of being behind is because he had to leave floor 6 like 3 times earlier. It's just really, really unlucky. That type of stuff can happen in this game quite often. Like, you just get like a barrage of the absolute bottom of the barrel poverty RNG and you just get destroyed. So that's why races of this game can be a little bit tough sometimes, or a little bit lopsided. But there is still a chance. The chance is dwindling a little bit as Ryushon continues to make good progress to the floors. He's already on floor 3, while Casual still has a ton of cutscenes to watch. He's got a boss fight to defeat, and then even more cutscenes after that. So, like, yeah, it's just looking a little bit rough for Casual at the moment. I'm not sure if a bandit slingshot could save it. It might. And, you know, anything can really happen. Honestly, Ryushon could have, like, a crazy mishap himself, and then that could set him back and give Casual a little bit of time to sneak ahead again. There have been, races that have been like this before, where one player was behind quite a bit, and then they just snuck their way past and caught back up again. So, we'll see what happens. You know, it's not over till it's over. So, he did get gooed, which is unfortunate. When I get gooed, I usually just sacrifice myself to the bomb lords. I just throw a bomb at myself, waste a revival powder, and then the goo is gone. It's kind of annoying to waste the revival powder, but I would literally rather be dead than be gooed. So, not the worst thing ever. You can also do what he's doing right here and just switch to Zhao for movement, but the problem with that is you lose time every time you have to switch back and forth. So, it's a little bit better to just sacrifice yourself, take the goo off, and then keep moving. But he did find Cacao's house. That's a good find. Casual's stocking up for the dungeon to come, and for the boss as well. ABS became full. Let's see if he realizes now that he can break this down. He does have 3 powders. I'm not sure what else he would be using them for. Nope, still hasn't realized. Sundew. Do not sell this, brother. We've had, I think both of these players have gotten rid of their Sundews on accident before, and it's costed them quite a bit. I know for sure Casual has, but it's a common little mistake that can result in some pretty messed up time loss. So hopefully he hangs on to that Sundew, because it is important to progress to the boss floor. It's dirty, explodes. Exactly. True optimal combo. Alright. Casual is about to head into Dran pretty soon. He's just gonna do his shopping real quick. Okay, nice little final bit of shopping. Dude, it's so weird seeing King Pricklies. I never see these enemies, and they don't exist in the version I played recently. But I forget they are a thing. Oh yeah, Ryu does have the bone slingshot. I forgot about that. So, I mean, he can, like, take things out with it. It's just got slow speed to start and really low damage. So it takes a little bit, but it's not the worst thing. It's not like the wooden slingshot. And yeah, these guys like to block quite a bit unranged. It's kind of annoying. Alright, let's see how the Dran fight goes for Casual. Hopefully this goes smoothly so he can make his way on to the next dungeon. Key drop from the King Prickly for Ryu. Probably gonna find the owl soon, so he's just gonna go ahead and try this key. Oh, he has 2 keys, okay. 3 keys, actually. He's got them all. Or not. I guess I'm tripping. He had 2. Alright, what we got going on here? Casual, we're gonna pop the stamina drink. He does have an ice attribute applied to that bone rapier. Needs to repair it before it gets sus, though, because it can very quickly get sus with how weak that thing is. Oh, there it goes. He's probably like, dang it, dude. Was that his only weapon? Oh man, that's destructive. Oh, I thought he had at least one more. That is super unfortunate, man. And now he only has a wind dagger that's doing 9 damage. He did do a big chunk of damage before this. So, like, he could probably finish out Dran, but I'm not sure what he's going to do now. If he's not gonna find a weapon early in the next dungeon. Like, I'm just not sure how he's gonna be able to keep going. Having the dagger in Wise Owl Forest is brutal. Oh no! Don't get stuck in the wombo combo. Okay, there we go. He's getting gatekept by this crater. Oh no! Okay, he had the revival powder. He's alive. Could not be going more unfortunately for a casual. Be careful, man. Oh no, not the dash attack. Dude, the trolling. The sheer amount of trolling that we are experiencing here. I don't even know if he has like ice. Does he have like a separate ice attachment or something? He probably doesn't know if he does. Probably didn't think he needed to get one because he had the bone rapier, but now it's gone. So like, yeah, the unfortunate thing about the jump slash attack with Tone is it not only takes weapon HP when it makes contact with the enemy, but it also deals weapon HP damage when you're jumping. So like, before the attack even connects, it takes damage as well, which is just kind of trash. But it is a thing you have to be mindful of because, yeah, it looked like he should have been away. It looked like he should have been able to get away with doing that attack without breaking the weapon, but because the jump slash takes damage, or gives weapon damage while you're jumping as well, it just broke the weapon. So it was just really unfortunate. And now we're stuck in the rot loop of Dran here. It has not been kind at all. And as we're talking about the run being kind, Ryushon gets his 5th Shamshir. Let's see. He has another big chest as well, so let's see. Okay, we got a clown, so we could either get a gem or a weapon. Here he goes for the weapon, and he gets cheese. Epic. I'm 22 minutes behind, Phoebe. Sawyer, no! Oh, no! It's alright, buddy. Hang in there. Alright. Dran has been defeated. Finally. My boy can go to the forest and get trolled by the owl. Ryushon is at floor 5, so he's got a pretty substantial lead going on here. The Shamshir goat getting drop kicked in the face by Friday. Friday is not something you typically think you're getting drop kicked by. Friday's a good day of the week, but that dude's kind of a little hater, so he is disrespecting the good name of Fridays. And double clown. Wow. Let's see if we get anything else on the clown here. And premium water. Ryushon should be going for the small chest because the small chest can hold slingshots. So if he wanted to try to get the bandit slingshot, he should have probably been going for the small chest there. And even if it doesn't give a slingshot, it also has a chance of giving you a gem, like a garnet or something that could give you attack. So kind of a little bit of a wasted opportunity there, but it's not really necessary with how far ahead he is right now. He's got like a pretty good lead, so even if he doesn't get the bandit slingshot right now, it's not something that he has to worry about. Oh, that's the one I missed. I didn't see that one because I was looking at casual, so yeah, that's like 6 Shamshirs, jeez. Alright, we got a backup Sundew, so if we somehow end up accidentally selling the first one, we do have another one. Owl being greedy, as per usual.
this close to busting out the fishing rod. Bro's about to start grinding fishing. No way, dude. Fishing percent. Did we get full cools? Oh, nope, we missed one there too, so no gem, unfortunately, from Goro. The trolling is real this run. Haley Holy. Did have the key though. It did. Alright. Casual's not gonna opt to get the pocket from Goro's house, he's just gonna head straight out. Trying to beeline for the dungeon here. He is about to be coming up on 6 floors behind, so it is quite imperative that he gets in the dungeon quickly. Ryushon making his way to the exit. He is a little bit low on HP. He has no water as well on his thirst meter, so he's gonna have to heal up in just a moment. Okay, Sawyer has made it in to Wise Out Forest, Mr. Casual Speedrun. But he only has the dagger, so things are looking mighty cooked for our hero here. Meanwhile, Ryushon stacked up on 6 Shamshears and an extra power-up powder. If this man doesn't break down one of these Shamshears, I swear I'm gonna become Old Man Yelling at Cloud. Old Man yells at Dark Cloud. Rust, dude. Except Casual. Why? Why is my boy getting trolled so badly? Okay, nice key though. The dagger is so poverty in this dungeon, man. He's just pretty much gonna have to rely on these bombs for a while until he can maybe, hopefully, find a weapon. It's not really great that he's having to rely on these. Unless he ends up finding a slingshot, it's okay. But the fact that he's having to rely on these right now means that once he gets to Zhao's floor, it's gonna get rough. He's probably gonna have to leave and shop again and all that stuff. Okay, Ryu ended up finding a fountain, so that takes care of his healing issue there. Not having to open the menu or use any items to heal is pretty good. Getting lots of loot from these creatures. I mean, he's at an extreme disadvantage here. He's 5 floors behind, and he does not have a strong weapon to fight with. He is using bombs very effectively, so I'll give him that, but it's gonna be a very, very hard-fought battle to catch up to this pace that Ryushon's on right now. Well, yeah, there you go. He puts it a little bit more bluntly than I, but yeah, it's tough for him right now. He did end up getting out of here. There's a lot of Atla he didn't pick up, so he's going to go back for those. Probably at least the ones on the right side. I didn't see if he got the mustache key, but it looks like he probably did. No need to kill enemies, because he already has the exit open. But he did get the mustache key, so he's going to grab this and probably grab the ones on the right side of his map as well. Meanwhile, Ryushon is smoothly chilling through the dungeon. He's just going to go ahead and get out of this floor pretty soon here. Alright, Owl Greed. Classic Owl Greed. So he's going to have to go down there to that little pocket with the mustache key to get the last few keys. He wanted to try to see if he can get out quickly and not have to go down here, but of course the owl is hating, so he's gonna have to come down. Clown, this man better pick the small chest. And he picked the big chest, and he got cheese. Dang it, man. The gamers need to know the small chest meta. He's just stare champing at this cheese right now. He's like, is this really what happened to me, dude? Is this my life? Cheese? Really? Hopefully he has not had his spirit completely broken. There is still some run to do. But at this point, it's looking like Casual is rotting kind of hard. But we go next. We keep on. Cheese emoji. That was his chance. He was looking for the cheese emoji. Yeah. We got Ryu on floor 7. So yeah, Casual's gonna have to rough it out for another floor. It is kind of trash that he got a clown there instead of just like a regular chest, because that gave the chance for him to not get a weapon at all. Whereas if he just found a normal chest, he would have been guaranteed some weapon at least. But unfortunately, we got clowned. I don't know if Ryu actually chose the berry there. It looked like he organized the inventory, picked the sundew, and it got denied. So we'll see. He did get a key real quick here, so maybe he'll be able to check and see if he did use it. I can't tell, because I can't hear the game, if he picked the right thing, but he might have picked the berry. I probably just didn't see it. The inventory probably refreshed. Yeah, it looked like he did pick it. Okay, so Owl is just being a Giga Troll, as usual. Clowned and owled. Story of the Wise Owl Forest. It's actually been a while since I've seen this many clowns in a run, or like in a race. There's been like 4 clowns between the 2 of them. Haha! Nice double KO with the bomb there. Helps to do double KOs and things like that if you can. Just helps you save some bombs. Ryu's just chilling, making his way through. No real big issues on his end. He's just kind of making some steady progress. He's on floor 7. He will be out of this half of the dungeon by floor 9. He's got laundry. He's pretty much got most of the Atla he needs, as far as I'm aware. Probably missing a couple things. I'm not sure if he's gotten Mushroom House just yet. Don't think he's gotten any rivers. Not entirely sure though, because I am bouncing back and forth between the two of the runners. So he could have more than I think he has. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Ryu's pretty much got all these enemies taken out here, so he's going to check for the exit here in just a moment. Swapping to Zhao for the little ally gate thing. Casual was at least able to make it through 2 floors with decent keys, just off of bombs. He really desperately needs a chest that's not a clown right now. And if he does get a clown, he needs to pick the small box. There's his sundew. Hold on to that, gamer. He's gonna ignore these guys and check for the key. I'm not sure if he's gotten all of the keys to drop already, but it's a good idea to check the ones you have before wasting your last bombs. He did get all of them, so he's good. Good there. Owl being insanely greedy. The quick zoom on the owl, like, come on, dude. His greed knows no limits. His greed sickens me. At floor 3 versus floor 8. Still rocking the dagger, the default weapons. He's having a tough time here. Not getting keys. It's not good with the limited inventory he's working with here. He needs some quick key drops and some big chests to spawn right now. There's a river for Ryushon, so he's going to probably start finding the rivers now on floor 8. It's probably what he's still looking for. Most of the time, rivers end up on floor 8 because they're just so rare in the loot pool that they don't show up until later, after you've already got rid of everything else. So there's the second river. Need 5 of these buddies. Bucket. Probably checking how many he still needs. So he actually has all of them? Yeah, he has all of them already, so he's good to go. He can just leave and go ahead and finish off the dungeon. So he's probably good on all the Atla, indicated by the fact that he's skipping that one. So yeah, he's got everything he needs to go ahead and continue. Nice little bonus attack +1 from that chest there. Just searching for the key to get out of here now. This owl, man. I have not seen this owl be nice to anyone yet, at all. Like, what is this, dude? This is just destruction. He has taken the last key from both of these gamers, like, every time. This is terrible. He's gonna go for the double KO on this bomb throw, if he can get it. Mimics are kind of annoying to double KO because of their movement, but he can like manipulate it to work out. There you go. At least got some damage on him. That's fine. Mimics like to bounce back and forth a lot, so because of that, it's kind of hard to line them up for the double KO, but he made it work perfectly fine. Word and Sonic are the owl's only friends. I think I'm inclined to agree. I haven't seen Sonic's owl friendship as much as I've seen Wind's, but I know that that owl has like some kind of secret deal with Wind on the side. Yeah, that'd be good if we could make that. We can have GIFs in there. It's just hard to make like a transparent GIF of that, but I can give it a shot. Alright, so Ryushon is out. He is now building all the stuff that he needs to build. He's building Cacao house, the mushroom house up. He's going to ask Cacao what he needs for the rest of his house. And he's just going to drop down the mushroom house as well. I think he's going to drop down the mushroom house. He might wait to do that until later. He is going to drop down Baron's house, but for some reason he's not using his power-up powders. So I'm not sure if he's going to gain anything from doing that. But he's going to grab this fluffy donut in the corner because it does help survivability. There you go. Connected the water source to Treant, so Treant is going to get rehydrated. He's going to be able to give him the Serpent Sword. Alright, Casual got a pretty decent exit there, but he's going to have to restock on some items because he does not have enough bombs to keep on going. So he's going straight back to Northern Village to go ahead and get these bombs. But yeah, finally a good owl in this entire race. Never use a level up powder in any runs. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me very much considering neither have these two. But just a rule of thumb, if you have 3 power-up powders, which you will have if you get Hag's house and Laura's house, whatever, if you have 2 weapons, like let's say, you know, Ryushon, he has like 6 Shamshears, it is absolutely good to use the 3 power-up powders to get to +5, break one down, and plop it on your other weapon. You're gaining like at least like 10 attack or more for free by doing that. And then you could transfer that attachment, the Sin Sphere that's created from that breakdown, you can transfer that among any weapon. So like, he could break down this Shamshear right now, which it looks like he's probably going to do, and then transfer it onto any weapon at any time. So he could have done this like way earlier and just been using a much stronger Shamshear. He's actually going to get like 13 or 14 attack on this attachment. I guess he just waited until he got the Serpent Sword to do it, but as you see, it's just a freely movable attachment. So he could have done that forever ago and put it on his other Shamshear and just been using like a much stronger weapon for a long time. But, I mean, it's still fine to do here, I guess. Like, at least he realized that he could do it now. But he did waste a little bit of time not doing that earlier. He also found an extra power-up powder in a chest. So, like, he definitely was good to do that a while ago. But yeah, there's pretty much no downside to Sin Sphering your weapon early, so long as you have an extra weapon to use it with. And he definitely had plenty of those, so just a little optimization that can be done. It's certainly worth doing. Alright, so we got floor 5 for Casual, and he's just bombing out right now. He still has no weapon, which is insane. But he does have a good stack of bombs to work with, so he's trying, man. He's going against the grain here. The game is not allowing him to progress smoothly, but he's fighting. He's not going down without a fight, so I respect that. Bomb combat is like decently fast too, because it's just like a one-shot, so I mean it kind of helps. It's just expensive and it requires restocking, so it's a little bit rusty. But if you're stuck with the dagger at floor 5 of Wise Owl Forest, that is probably the best thing you could be doing, is just using bombs. Alright, so Ryushon was given the Ocarina of Time, the Odd Tuned Flute, And he's gonna go play the funny song for the snake, summon him out of his lair, and do the last quick time events. I'm not sure if he's gonna skip the wolf event. He might skip it. He doesn't really need it at this point. But there's 2 quick time events here. There's one with the wolves, and then there's the one with the serpent. So yeah, it looks like he's gonna go ahead and opt to skip the wolf quick time event, and then he's gonna go straight for the hot tuned flute to summon the snake. So let's see if he gets a perfect on this one here. That first input gets us a lot. It's actually kind of tough. So he's going for just finishing this off here. He's not really caring if it's like perfect beyond that point. Honestly, it is like a time save if you aren't in dire need of gems, which at this point in U10%, you don't really need gems that much most of the time. It's a little time save to just get a clear rather than a perfect or an excellent, I guess it's called here. So he saved the time on the text playing to give him the gem, so not bad. Got the bone pendant, and now he's going to head out and go recruit Goro and finish off the next half of the dungeon. So the next half of the dungeon is quite thick on the RNG. Casual is actually kind of catching up a little bit decently. He went from like 5 floors behind to like 3 floors behind. So he's going hard on the YOLOs right now. He's trying to stay in this the best he can. But I'm not sure how he's doing in terms of Atla. I didn't really get to see when he checked what he had. But he's trying his best to make it work. He still has a decent stock of bombs to work with. He does have 1 key as well, so he could test and see if the owl will take it. And maybe go look for some Atla real quick. Hopefully he does that instead of going for more right away. Oh, okay. Well, nice. I think the exit is right next to the entrance, though. So I'm not sure if this is the right play to be continually using your bombs before you're checking to see if the owl will take your key. Because, I mean, if the owl ends up taking the key early and is actually nice for once, then you can save a lot of bombs and you won't have to leave and restock if things get dicey later. But we'll see what happens, you know. He might pass by it and check right now. Alright, let's see. Looks like he's not checking. He needs to check the map. That map formation right there, where you see like the way the pathway looks off of the entrance, usually that means the exit is close by, but I mean, you would be able to see it if you entered the floor. It would be right in front of you, so maybe it's not there. Maybe I'm just trolling. I didn't get to see his screen when he first got to the floor, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the exit was like right in front of the, like, right in front of it. He needs to check it and see. Because he could just check these 2 keys right now. But Ryushon just got Goro, so he's going to be able to get to the next part of the floor here. Casual is like avoiding everything but the exit. Or he's going everywhere but the exit, is what I meant to say. But we got floor 10 for Ryushon. So now all he needs for the 3 Atla are 2nd floor, row, and balcony. He did find a little chest here. Let's see if he gets anything good. Or if he gets the 7th Shamshir. And it's the Bandit Slingshot. Oh, buddy. He is gaming. Alright. Yeah, the exit was in front of the entrance. He should have checked the 2 keys that he had if he wanted to actually, you know, have a good shot at, like, saving some bombs. But he's just going to go for all the keys, I guess, right off rip. He's going to try to lure them together to get the double KO to save bomb. Didn't get it. But yeah, now Ryushon has the Bandit Slingshot, so the advantage that he has right now is insane. But as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. You see how he made that Shamshir Sin Sphere? You can freely take that off and move it around wherever you want. So making it early when you have extra weapons is a good idea for this reason. Like, he didn't have to wait until he had the Serpent Sword to do that. He could have just did that immediately once he had level 2 on the Shamshir and then just been moving it around as he went. But Now he has it on the bandit slingshot, so he's going to be doing some cracked damage. So it's going to be looking nice for Ryushon right now. And yeah, see, the owl took the keys. He could have probably left this floor like super early without having to use all those bombs. All right. So floor 7 for casual. He's actually catching up a little bit, but this lead is going to dwindle kind of quickly. Or this lead is going to build quite quickly for Ryushon, actually, because Ryushon has the bandit now, and he's got a good sense sphere on it, so he's going to be cracked out. Alright, so shiny stone for Ryushon. He's actually making pretty good progress on this floor. Casual is still hanging in there, man. Like, he has a pretty huge stock of bombs, so he's making this happen, dude. He's not going down without the fight. So he's actually gaming out pretty hard. Some good old progression. I haven't seen anybody get any Atla that's like necessary yet. Okay, floor progression for Ryushon here. And nice, good owl for casual. The owl is finally showing some grace. Casual has been rotting in the crib. So first enemy key. I mean, he did have to take out like most of the enemies on this floor, so it is still a little bit cringe, but like saving on a couple bombs is really good in his situation, so that's not bad. Alright, we got an extra bomb drop from the chest for casual, which is pretty helpful in his situation, but he's getting trolled by this mimic jump. Mimics are really annoying to hit with bombs sometimes. You have to kind of hit them when they're deciding to back up, because if you don't do that, then they're just going to jump right over your bomb towards you, and they're just going to... the bomb's just going to whiff completely. So, yeah, some bullshit, for sure. Excuse my language. Alright. So we got the moles here. The moles are also quite annoying because they will relentlessly jump towards you until you back up far enough for them to stop detecting you. So you either have to kind of back up and shoot as they're jumping, or just kind of run away for a bit, reset the situation, come back and shoot. So enemies start to get more annoying once you hit around floor 11-ish, because yeah, the moles are going to start getting powerful. Lots of moles everywhere. At least he has the slingshot, though. The slingshot is like the best thing to deal with moles that isn't bombs. So having the slingshot is pretty good here. Casual is down to 2 bombs here and a bomb nut, so technically 3 bombs. So it's looking a little dicey for our boy, but he's maintaining his pace. He's still only 3 floors behind. He's clawed back about 3 floors worth of time save, which is pretty good, honestly. Like, bomb combat is kind of underrated. It's just not super optimal because of how expensive and brutal it is. But, yeah, I mean, he's making it work, as I've been saying. Just getting a little bit unlucky now. He's about to run out of resources. Hopefully he comes across a big chest. I'm so surprised that it's 8 floors in and he's only found that 1 cheese from the clown chest. Like, that's super unfair. But, man, this is tough. Okay. Ryushon, it feels like it's been on floor 11 for quite a bit here. But it's probably just to get all the keys to not get trolled by the owl, because the owl has been furiously trolling lately. Oh, the ×2 slot. So he doesn't really have anything he could put in that ×2 slot, but that's a pretty rare get for the weapon. If he had a gem, that would be awesome to put in the ×2, but unfortunately no attack gems were gained in this run, and there's no more quick time events to get them. Only way he could really get a gem right now is if he got a big chest and chose the small box. But it's fine. His bandit is like really beefed up already by the Sense Sphere, so he's pretty much chilling. He's not like worried about that ×2 slot very much. Owl takes the berry, and we are gaming. So we are now on floor 12 for Ryu. Casual is heading over to exit as well on floor 9 next. He's gonna have to go back to Northern Village to get more bombs at this point. Thankfully, when you kill enemies with bombs, they do drop attachments most of the time. And whenever you get an attachment drop, that sells for about a bomb and a half worth of money. So it's kind of like an infinite bomb supply. You kill something with a bomb, it drops good money for you, you buy bombs back. So this isn't actually a terrible strategy for Casual. Like, he's gaming doing this right now. It wastes time having to leave the dungeon, go buy bombs, come back. That's the only issue, really. But he's got 20 rivers pretty early on, which is actually surprising. That's actually kind of rare. He's probably just gonna check and see what he needs right now to see if, like, he's doing good on the Atla. He has Cacao's house. It doesn't look like he has Cacao him. Oh, he does. Okay. So he has Cacao. He needs to just see what he's got. So just build the whole thing if he's got it. He is missing out on some rivers here, so he's not going to be able to finish building this, but I think he should be able to, like, build their houses, like Cacao's house and Mushroom house. Like, I think he already has everything for those. He just needs to get the rivers. Floor 9. Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. Floor 9 is the last floor here, so yeah, this makes sense why he has everything. So yeah, he just needs to actually do this stuff. He's probably just gonna go ahead and talk to them and make sure that he can build the rest of it, and then once he does that, he's chilling. Alright, nice key drop from Ryushon, taking him out of this floor with Goro. So now he can go ahead and continue the Bandit Slingshot onslaught. Alright, so here we go to restock the bombs for casual speedrun. He's going to sell probably his big stock of things here just to replace everything with bombs, make some inventory space, get some money, all that good stuff. He probably could use some repair or some revival powders as well. And Ryushon is making good progress on his end. He's getting pretty close to finishing out the run. It's unfortunate all the trolling that happened to casual speedrun. He was doing pretty okay at first, and then it just all ate dirt. As soon as he hit as soon as he hit floor 6 of the first floor of the dungeon, it was just rip. But he's been trying his best to claw it back. He's been doing a pretty good job, honestly. He's making some good plays to try to balance things out, but Ryushon has just been playing really steady, like just, you know, very safe and steady, not risking anything. He's been getting pretty solid RNG on things. He's gotten a lot of weapons. He's got the Bandit Slingshot now. You know, he's just playing real good, so, and getting the good luck to go with it. So, the lead is definitely justified here. Okay, so Casual's gonna go ahead and finish off the Giorama here. Is he missing a river? Oh, what the heck? What was it doing over there? He just slapped it down on accident, I suppose. But rivers are connected. Trient is rehydrated once again. He's gonna go ahead and get his Serpent Sword, make his way through. Alright, we got all the keys on Ryushon's part, so he's going to be able to make it out for sure. Skipping that big chest for Ryushon, because he's already got pretty much anything he could want out of a big chest, so it's just a waste of time for him to open at this point. Second floor. I'm not sure if he's gotten row or balcony yet. I haven't seen them, but he may have some of them, but that is one of the things that he does need to progress to Utan. It's good that he got that there. Casual finally has a weapon. He's finally allowed to play the game, and he's gonna go for the gem here because he's already so, like, he's already so down with his damage lacking for so long that he's just gonna go for this. Hopefully he gets like a Peridot or like a Garnet or something good. And he gets a Peridot. Nice. That actually is pretty helpful. So good stuff. Gonna replace something on the weapon. Yeah, +2 is probably good there. So that gives 5 attack, 10 holy, 10 beast. It's pretty solid. It's probably the best gem in the game, to be honest. Nah, I would say the Garnet is the best. Peridot's a close second though. But still. Good get. He might get something else here too. He's probably going to go for the gem on this one as well because he's been down with his weapons for so long. He just needs some kind of damage supplementing him. And he missed the up input, so he will not get a gem here, unfortunately. Alright, but he did get the pendant, so he's going to go ahead and recruit Goro now himself, and then go ahead and continue for the second half of the dungeon. At this point, it looks like this is going to be a win for Ryu. Ryu is already pretty much on the last 2 floors, unfortunately. Casual was not able to get anything to catch him up in time before the end of the dungeon here, and the Bandit Slingshot just rocketed Ryushon ahead. So, sadly, this may be the tournament for Casual, or this may be the tournament match for Casual, rather. But, you never know. Something crazy could happen. Crazier things have happened. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not going to count him out completely. Yeah, emulator is a little bit different for sure. Like, the timings and stuff are different, so it is a thing that happens. Row, okay. So maybe he just needs balcony at this point. Yeah, it looks like he does need balcony. So he didn't get any Atla until just now. So it's going to start to be pretty close. Like, he'll get balcony in the next 2 floors for sure, because he hasn't really skipped anything. So there's not really a chance of him having to go back and pick up other stuff from other floors. It's just going to be popping up here any minute now. Bag is full. He's trying to get the pocket, but he's already got a full bag. Just toss something out, like the water or the soap. Gamers don't need soap. What kind of gamer uses soap, dude? Come on now. That's... Okay, there you go. The Fruit of Eden would do it. So he gets the pocket for the extra space now. And he's going to go ahead and head out. Ryushon is closing in on the end of the run here. He's on floor 16. This is the last floor before the boss. He's considering the fact that he skipped an Atla earlier. He may have already gotten balcony. I may have not seen it. No, not yet. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and check this now. See if he gets balcony. Still needs to get the keys as well. So Casual, unfortunately, lost his lead there. Just due to good luck on Ryushon's part, among other things, like not having to restock for bombs and all that. He's back to a 6-floor deficit. So he's got quite a bit to get through before he finishes here. Right. So we're pretty much just looking for the key at this point on Ryushon's side of things. We got here, sign. Okay, so I guess Ryushon's also still looking for the balcony. Kind of unfortunate to get last Atla for all, like the last Atla to contain the balcony, because since there's only 3 Atla on this second half of the dungeon, second floor, row, and balcony, you can get them at any point, and the earlier you get them, the more time you save. But I mean, he's already got a pretty substantial lead, so it's not really a big sweat. There it is, the final Atla balcony. So now he can just leave and go prepare to fight Utan. So the race should be deciding its winner pretty soon here. Just saw Chrissy's Shamshir meme. That's amazing. Chrissy, the meme goat. Okay, so we've got everything we need on Ryushon's side of things. He's just gonna go ahead and build the mushroom house, get the cutscene so that he can get ready to go to Utan and finish up the run. Meanwhile, Casual is over here fighting his way through the floors still. He's getting trolled by key drops and owls. As per usual in the Wise Owl Forest. It'd just be like this all the dang time. So, just a really unfortunate string of luck here. There weren't really, like, any super bad plays that resulted in, like, a bad time loss that created this deficit. The only thing I could say that was, like, a pretty unfortunate mistake for Casual was accidentally breaking the Bone Rapier on Dran. That kind of bodied him for quite a bit. It lost a lot of time on the Dran fight itself, and it pretty much made it to where he had to get through the dungeon with bombs, because he didn't find another weapon again for a very long time. He actually didn't find one at all, because now what he's using is the Serpent Sword, so that was pretty painful for him. But other than that, man, like, he just got really bad luck. Ryushon played real clean, real steady, real safe, and just maintained his lead, so kind of what we're looking at right now. The results of that. So we're dropping the pond. I suppose we're getting the extra stuff here for Casual. Ryushon is getting the seed to plant to climb up to fight Utan. Now he's going to go back to Norrin as well to get all the bombs needed to defeat him. Oh, man. I was like, wait, what's going on? Casual Speedrun is opting to go fishing. Oh, he is going the full mile to go fishing. He is finding these parts. He is making sure that he can go fishing to end this run. He understands what is going on. He is submitting to his fate. And like a brother does, when things get rough, they go fishing. So, looks like that's his plan at this point. Ryu is stocked up on bombs. He's ready to go for Utan. Heading on over to the boss room now. Casual Speedrun has found the final piece required to go fishing. The dichotomy of these runs is insane. You have one gamer who is eagerly awaiting the boss fight, and the other gamer who's taking his sweet time getting some good old fishing in. You love to see it. We do be loving fishing in RPGs, that's for dang sure, brother. Alright, so we got Utan starting for Ryushon. So yeah, this is looking like a 221-ish for Ryu. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so we're going to run up to Utan. He's got the double stacked bombs on the active item, so he's ready to go, ready to roll. Alright, so he's going to unload the inventory here. Do a second round. He's going to have to restock one more time, I believe. He may be missing out on some damage throwing bombs a little too quickly. I'm not entirely sure. I can't hear it, so I can't tell if they're hitting at the proper times. But he definitely has enough bombs to end it either way. So he's looking pretty good here. And there we go. Done for Ryushon. GG's. Very good stuff. As I said before, Ryu played really smart. He played well with what he had. played steady, played safe, didn't take too many risky plays. He didn't really YOLO any floors or anything like that for the most part. He just played real smooth, and he got some pretty good luck to go with it. So that was pretty good showing from ryushon. Unfortunately, as I said before, Casual Speedrun got mega trolled on many occasions, so it was kind of hard for him to, compete with the playstyle and the luck that ryushon was rolling with here. But it is the way of Dark Cloud, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes one player gets majorly disadvantaged by things, and the other player just keeps it cool and keeps on moving. So, again, good showing from ryushon. Big GG's to him. 2:21:34 as the final time. We still got Casual here trying to go fishing. Talking to Carl, getting the fishing rod, stealing the fishing rod from his little cousin. Yeah, I guess we could go ahead and say that this is a forfeit on Casual's side of things here. Brother is not planning to finish the run. He's just planning to get some cool old fishing in. So we're going to see that real quick before we go ahead and get the runners in here. There's ryushon. What's up, dude? Congrats on the dub.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. What do you got to say about that run there?
Does anybody want a Shamshir?
Right, dude? I don't know if you saw the meme that Chrissy posted in the Dark Cloud server, but it's goated.
I did. I had commented. I said, at this point, I'm wielding those suckers like tiger claws.
Yeah, that was really good, though, man. Good mixture of clean, solid, safe play with good RNG as well. It was nice that you got the Bandit Slingshot on the second half of things to just kind of keep it going. But yeah, that was good stuff. I don't know if you had seen what was happening on Casual side of things, but he had one part in floor 6 of Divine Beast Cave where he had to leave and redo the floor 3 times because he just could not get the key. So that caused a pretty big discrepancy early on in the run. And there were a couple times where he almost pulled it back, but you just kept it moving. So that was a good play.
Okay, yeah.
Right now, he's just fishing.
I see. Unfortunately, I see that he forfeited, which, it's always unfortunate when you don't finish a run. I don't feel good finishing a run, so, but it was a fun run, all those Shamshirs. I feel like the Bandit Slingshot came in too late to make a difference.
Right.
I don't feel like I really at that point needed it, but you got it, use it. Wise Owl being the Wise Owl, and I don't know that I had a single key that was accepted that wasn't the third key, so...
Yeah, I was just saying that too, on commentary. I was like, dude, the Owl has been pure greed today. Last key acceptance on every single key on every floor, bro.
Yep.
It was super bad, but it still worked out. How's it going, Master Angler over there? What's going on, Casual? Heck yeah, 60-centimeter Nonky. You might have to go recruit Rufio with that one, buddy. Good stuff.
Yeah, would a Shamshir help you? Do you want some?
It might have back in Divine Beast Cave, but I think at this point we're just fishing unless I can throw that on the hook.
Hey, might be a good little lure there. But yeah, how you feeling about the run, Casual? I know that there's a lot of rusty things that occurred and just bad RNG, so what are your thoughts?
I mean, it could happen to anybody, so it is what it is.
Right.
And, the tournament is all about fun. I only learned the run because of the tournament, so I'm glad that we, had this and that I was able to participate, and it was fun actually learning the run after, having played this game for ages. One of my favorite games of all time. So it was nice to actually learn the run for this and participate in the tournament, even though I ended up just fishing it. But hey, at least we caught a decent fish here.
Yeah. Good showing on the fishing as well. Nice. But yeah, for sure. You guys did a great job. It was a lot of fun to commentate as well. So where can the gamers of Speed Gaming find you both? Give yourselves some good old shout outs and pats on the back here. ryushon?
Yeah, so they can find me over at ryushon91 over on Twitch. I'm also on YouTube, unfortunately not as faithful. I'm sorry, you YouTubers who really enjoy it. But, you know, PBs get posted, but that's where I'm at.
Nice. What about you, Casual?
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/casualspeedrun. I'm in the chat if you wanted to find me. You can just click on my name there. But yeah, GG Ryu, Sean, congratulations. It was a good run.
It's always a fun time.
Awesome. Well, GG's gamers, thank you both for participating and for providing the good old Dark Cloud content for the homies this evening. I'll go ahead and sign us off, and we'll talk some more about the run in the Discord. And by the way, for anybody watching, if you want to keep up with the races and everything else that's going on in the Dark Cloud community, join the Discord. I'll go ahead and link it real quick as well for you guys. You can also follow Speed Gaming 3, Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3. Usually we're streaming on. So both of those things is a good way to stay caught up with what's going on with the races here. But here is the Discord as well. And we are good to go. All right, so thank you, gamers. Have a good one.
See you, gamers.
Alright, Glitch Gamer. Peace. Later, Ryu, Sean.
Peace.
See you, bud.